Can we talk about that real quick?
Yeah, same girl. Dope record. She actually shot a video to it in the Bronx. It was written by Chris Brown, produced by myself and my homie Chizzy. He's actually from out here in L.A. Monumental.
I mean, J-Lo,
dude.
bro.
But you got, like, what the crazy part is, like, when it all went down, she called me. Like, and I was like, hello, hey, this is Jennifer. Be Amadeus. I'm like, Jennifer who? She was like, Lopez. I was like, all right, man.
That's crazy.
Bang the phone on.
That's crazy.
Called me back like, nah, for real. And I heard it in her voice, and I was like looking at my phone like, you calling me? She was like, yeah, I just want to tell you I love the track. And, I just wanted some changes done to it, and I wanted to talk to you directly about it. I didn't want to have anybody, one of my people call you or Benny, and I wanted to tell you myself. And she's like, yeah, I want the strings to do this and the strings to do that.
She's hands-on with her music.
Yeah. Like, it's like, I want this, I want you to turn this down, I want the drums knocking a little harder, I want this. Yeah.
Look at J-Lo.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, and then she's like, can you send me that back today? I'm like,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Drop everything for J-Lo.
Dude, so we did that, knocked out that record. Crazy, because she shot the video in the Bronx. Told me that she was shooting a video in the Bronx.
Right.
I pulled up, and they're like, yeah, and I'm like, well, who do I ask for? She was like, yeah, J-Lo's in the room getting ready. When she comes out, just tell her who you are. I'm like, but what about, like, security? Like, what? So she's like, trust me, it's cool. Comes out from, doing wardrobe, and I'm sitting over there, and I have my family with me, and I'm like, hey, and she's just beautiful, hey, hi, and I'm like, hey, Amadeus. She's like, oh my God, and like gives me the biggest hug, and mind you, no security, nothing, just her, and like, the wardrobe. She's like, come on, this is your family, like, come on, let's go upstairs on set. Walks on set, stops everything. This is Amadeus, he produced a song.
Wow.
Like, and
that's
I'm
real.
sitting there like,
that's real.
Dude, wait, what?
She a real one, huh?
Oh man, she's from the Bronx, man. She from right down the street from me, man. So,
I love that.
And the name of the record is called Same Girl. Right. No matter how much success she's achieved, it's just dope. It's just dope, man.
You being able to just produce records like that, man, and see the longevity of some of these songs, because a person like J-Lo, bro. I mean, that's like, that's up there with the big names, and not just on the movies.
Icon.
Right. The music she put out at that time too was like really fire. Bro.
Yes,
Jenny from the Block was another one that was big, right?
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, man, who's the artist that you kind of, you work with a lot of big people, but who's somebody that you now, because I'm sure you're still producing records.
Absolutely.
Who's somebody you looking at right now that you're like, man, if I can get a record with this person, that would be another big check, off the list of like, yo, I did that.
Still Hove, man.
Really?
Hove, always been on the bucket list. Let me see, Ross. Ross. I always wanted to, believe it or not, I always wanted to work with Kurt Franklin and Mary.
Did you really?
Yeah, I'm a church boy, man. I'm from the church musician. So
you see, that's how,
that's
you got
always
that soul,
there.
bro.
Yeah.
You got that soul. That's why it's
always
theme
there,
music, because every song you make comes from the heart.
Absolutely.
Amadeus, man, I'm so glad you came over here to this show.
Thank you for having me, my brother.
This is one of those interviews for me, and I don't really do this a lot. I don't bring on producers as much. No, I brought on Day One, who's a cat from LA out here. He's a really good producer. He produced Child's Play with SZA. Which is a big song.
Big record.
Yeah, but I don't really bring on many producers, but I do like asking the question of just the person who's listening and thinking to himself, if there's one thing that you, the producer, because you've been doing it for a while,
right?
What are you working on to better yourself now at this point? Because you've worked with so many good people,
right?
And you just came back from Anaheim right now to come to this interview.
Yes, sir.
At where were you at?
The NAMM show.
The NAMM show.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what are you doing now? Because obviously you're still meeting, shaking hands, kissing the babies.
Right.
Still, what's the next thing for you that you really are like, I'm working towards this now?
That's a great question. It's more than the music. It's more than just creating. And I say it a lot where, you got to brand yourself. You got to really package yourself. You got to really research and know what it is you want. Know what it is you want to do as a producer. A lot of musicians and creators lock themselves in the room making beats and making music all day. Yeah. Musicians shedding and drumming and practicing. But it's like, okay, you could be dope, but if no one knows, or if you haven't done the research to find out who's working on what, or if you haven't created relationships and consistent relationships, where do you go? You're just a producer with dope music in your computer. You're just a musician with a million chops.
And there's a lot of those.
You know what I'm saying?
People are sitting on albums of stuff and just sits there.
Right. So like the NAMM show, like that's, I'm glad you brought that up. you know, those are all of the companies, the top companies, all of the equipment that we use as creators, musicians, photographers, videographers. They're all there. So it's like with the success that I've had, I'm still in there, like you said, shaking hands, kissing babies. Listen, I know you don't know me, but you know my music. I've used these headphones while I made that song. I've used the MPC when I did that. I used these drums, you know, when I toured with Trey. So it's about locking in those endorsement deals and getting those brands and those companies behind you to, you know, one day turn into a check and just extra push, extra publicity. You know, we're in the social media world. You know, I've been in the game for 17 years. I didn't always have that.
Man.
You know, so that's a big advantage for, you know, the creators of today, where you have people, you can show people what you're doing. Like for us, we had to hit the streets, man. And we didn't, you know, it's either you was on the album and you opened up the credits and looked at it. That's how you knew who was doing what. It wasn't okay, I'm on this album, let me post it on social media.
Right.
Now the world knows. It's like, nah, you had to move and shake.
Yeah.
Like real hand to hand.
Yeah, because those album covers that was like it.
Yo.
You get albums just sometimes to have that album cover.
Man, don't you remember like opening up a CD package or the cassette tape and just, I wouldn't even listen to the album until I looked at the credits. Like that was my favorite thing to do. You know,
to see who's behind it.
Yeah, I want to know who. Oh, Dre did that. Oh, Hitmen did that. All right, cool. So you already know what to expect going into it, and you going into it with a lot of anticipation. You know, and that's something that we're missing today, where, you know, the producer is not as respected and appreciated as we were, you know, in those times. You know, people don't even care at this point. Not everybody, but you know.
I feel what you're saying.
You download the album, you know, it ain't coming with no packet, it ain't coming with no booklet to see who did what. Artists ain't really saying, yo, this record was produced by so and so. It's like they're tagging the photographers and the videographers and the stylists and the brands that they're wearing, and can give two about the producer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what's so funny? Everyone always says this about songs.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't hot unless the beat is hot.
Yo, it ain't no song unless you got a track. Think about it. If you think about your favorite record and those that are tuned in, you know, think about a Bodak Yellow or you know, your favorite Kendrick. You know, remove the track. See how we just start,
you know what I'm saying?
Knocking immediately.
But that's how it goes, though.
Right. Now imagine if you took this song,
Yeah.
removed the track, and just played the vocals. Now, as hip hop lovers, we'll appreciate it because we're hip hop lovers. But imagine being in a club and Bodak Yellow came in, and it's not the beat and it's just the lyrics.
That'd be rough.
You know, would everybody be in the club like going crazy? Would you be turning up and, you know, chicks twerking? It's like, no, you're just standing there like, well, now what?
Right. It'd be
You know,
rough.
so we're important, man. So hopefully it'll get back to that point where, you know, they really appreciate us and respect what we do and how important we are to the music, period. Like, I want to see, you know, I wrote a post out, and it was like, I want to go back to the times where, you know, now that we have the social media world, where I want to see the producers and writers buying mansions and rolling down the street with Rolls Royces and buying property and all of these different things that we see the artists doing.
Right.
Like, why can't the producers go? We used to.
Well, you on your way.
Well, come on, man.
You've been on your way, bro.
Listen, man, I'm never going to stop. I love this, man.
I did my research on you, man.
Thank you, my brother.
The thing that is interesting, though, is how humble you are about it.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm going to tell you a quick funny story.